Good morning, boys. In high school, I had no idea what the hell I was supposed to eat. I'd researched so many fitness videos and they all said completely different things. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I eat to help me feel the best, look the best I ever have. Progress has been phenomenal. I don't know if it's just this camera or this lens or something, but I feel really big on the camera. It's a great feeling. Look at the size of my biceps. Oh, I love it. And I'm not going to tell you to eat vegetables. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you not to do, which is fantastic, right? Because you don't want to eat vegetables. There's a reason why you don't want to eat vegetables. It's because our body tells us not to. Our body tells us not to eat these things because they are toxic. They have plant toxins in them, and they are why they don't taste good. So, what should you eat instead? I just want to make this very, very simple. Animal products. This is your piece of advice that I want you to follow for the rest of your life. All you need to do is eat more animal products, so meat, yogurt, eggs, milk, and less of literally everything else. Everything else, remove or just limit, and then eat more animal products. That's it. That's your whole diet advice. That's all you need. It's phenomenal. Because in meat we have all of these vitamins. We have every single essential nutrient we need apart from vitamin C. There is vitamin C in here, but it isn't a lot. But if you don't have carbohydrates in the diet, then you don't need vitamin C in the same amounts as when you do have carbs in the diet. But considering you do have carbs in the diet, you probably want to eat like an orange or something. But you have everything you could possibly need. There's loads of stuff extra that I haven't put on here, like taurine, carnosine, creatine. Creatine's a big one for building muscle, everything. You need all of that. All of these, vitamin A, D, E, K2, B12, everything. It's all in meat. Literally just this beef mince, I buy it from Asda actually, but you can get like 20% fat. You want the higher fat percentage because fat does not make you fat. I want to preface that. Fat does not make you fat, and overconsumption of food makes you fat. Fat is where all the nutrients are. They are the fat-soluble vitamins. That is where they are carried. Think of the fat as the nutrient holder, and they are transporting it into your body, right? If you remove the fat, if you get like lean cuts of meat, or if you get like zero fat milk, like gay almond milk, then you're not going to be able to get the nutrients. You need the nutrition. We need to optimize for nutrition because most people are just thinking about calories in, calories out, which is what I'm going to talk about in a second, not about nutrition. And this is where you're going to get it. I also built this system into my app, Elite Labs. So we have this nutrition system here, which basically optimizes for real food. So, red meat and everything, fish, and we avoid things like vegetables, nuts and seeds and grains, because that's not what you're supposed to be eating. That's not what we're designed for. So when you log a meal, it will actually tell you what you should be eating, which is fantastic. And you can generate your own like budget meal plan. So I want to make it as cheap as possible, and it gives you like what the stores are to buy them from, and it's amazing. Now, why are vegetables bad? Because you've always been told that they're fantastic and they're amazing, you need to include them. Well, these are all the problems with them. They've got a ton of defense chemicals because they can't attack you, they can't throw a right hook, they can't stab you, they can't do anything like that. The way they're going to defend themselves, because every single organism needs to defend themselves, is by releasing chemical warfare, and this is how they do it. Also, everything is sprayed with pesticides. Even if you get like organic fruit and veg, they are just organic pesticides. They still have pesticides on them, so you can't really escape them. So I would just not recommend eating vegetables because there's literally no point to them. You think, oh, you need all of the nutrition from, you need all the nutrients and the vitamins. Hang on a second, if we go back here, we have every single essential nutrient bar, vitamin C, that we need. So we don't need anything else. And you can't get this nutrition from any vegetable, not a single one. For example, B12, you can't get that in there. B6, you got the correct version of K2. You can't get the correct version of vitamin K because in here we've got vitamin K1 but not vitamin K2, which we need. This is where we get everything. This is not where we get everything. This is all you need. Also, you are not able to absorb everything. As I said, vitamin K, you need the correct version. There is vitamin A in carrots, so people say, but it's actually not. There is beta carotene in carrots, that's why they're called carrots. And not many people can convert that into vitamin A. So when your parents say, oh, eat some carrots because it's good for your eyesight, it's not, because over half of the population cannot convert the beta carotene into vitamin A. And the people who can absorb like 2% of it. It's not very high. Whereas in meat, you can just absorb all of it. Eat some beef liver. Tastes really good anyway, I find. Some people say it doesn't taste good, but I think it tastes amazing. Eat it, and you've got a ridiculous amount of vitamin A. So if you've got an eye problem, if you've got to wear glasses, eat more beef liver. I am not joking, it will fix your problem. So you can't get, they're all not non-bioavailable. Bioavailable means you just can't really absorb them in the same way. So like 10 grams of protein from plant protein is not the same as 10 grams of protein from animal protein, because you can absorb all of this, you can't absorb all of that. And of course, no junk food. You just can't be eating junk food. If you want to eat junk food, then just don't listen to me again. I don't really want to talk to you. Obviously, junk food is very difficult to overcome. It took me a long time to overcome it. So I understand that it's not very difficult. It is very, very difficult to overcome, because all of these like weird little scientists have been like adding all these tiny little ingredients just to make it taste better. They have like the perfect amount of fat and sugar to combine together. They've got it perfect, so it tastes amazing, keeps you addicted and everything. There's people in labs, scientists with like white coats on and everything, and they're all just trying to make you as addicted as possible, so you go back and buy more. Like I used to eat drumstick squashies, if you know those sweets. I used to eat them. I used to have them in my drawer right here, and while I was playing games, I just like eat them like this all the time. I'm surprised I didn't die because I was eating a ridiculous amount of sugar. And what most people say is, as long as it fits your macros, you'll hear this, as long as it fits your macros, calories in, calories out, then it's okay. Sure, if you want to look a certain way, you can eat pizza all day and look good. But internally, you will be all messed up and you'll be in the hospital soon. So I just wouldn't recommend it. If you are going for nutrition, which is what we should be doing, then you just don't want to eat any of this. It takes a while to overcome it, and in other videos I'll tell you exactly how to overcome it, because it's not very easy. But now I just know that I'm not going to eat junk food, right? I just know for a fact. If you gave me like a donut, put it right in front of me, I just wouldn't care. I just wouldn't eat it. I just know for a fact that I wouldn't eat it. So imagine getting to that point where you just know that you're not going to eat junk food. It's amazing. So just don't believe the lie of calories in, calories out, because it's wrong. And this is the piece of advice that I want you to keep to heart. I want you to keep it nice and close and remember it for the rest of your life. If it's not an animal product, it is void of nutrition. Essentially, it is pointless to eat it. So if it is not an animal product, like any of these type of things, if it doesn't come from an animal, then it's essentially pointless to eat it. You can eat it, but there's just no reason to. Sure, it will give you calories, but they don't actually exist. They don't apply to us. It's just how much energy is needed to heat up water by 1 degree Celsius. We process food chemically, not thermodynamically, in the same kind of way as calories work. So if it's not an animal product, then it doesn't have any nutrition. It might have protein, you won't be able to absorb it the same way. It might have calories, doesn't matter. It might have nutrition, but you can't absorb it in the same way. So it's just not as useful as if you were to eat an animal product. So if you ever eat anything, for example, if you eat like some cornflakes in the morning, the milk that you drink, as long as it's real milk, with the cornflakes, you're getting nutrition from that. But the actual cornflakes, they're just pointless, right? And things can be okay. Like, this is grains. It's not gonna kill you, but it's not very good for you. Like, there's nothing in it. There's just nothing in it. It's empty. But then you got things like Fruit Loops. Like, I had these in America, and oh my god, this is negative nutrition, as I like to explain it. So you've got zero nutrition where there's no point in eating it, but then you've got junk food where you don't want to eat it because it will actively hurt you. Like, it's just gonna hurt you. It's gonna do you damage. So just don't indulge. From now on, just view things like this. I want you to have these sort of nutrition goggles over your head and look at things. Zero nutrition, that is really bad for me. Let's go back. That is really bad for me. That is really bad for me. That's pointless and kind of bad for me because it's got all of these in. That is amazing. I should eat that. You've got to have these goggles on from now on, okay? And so when you go to the shop from now on, I just want you to buy these things. And if your parents give you other food, just try and eat more of these foods and less of what they give you, which is not these foods. So if they give you vegetables, just say, I'm kind of full up now. You know, you like leave half the vegetables and then eat all the meat. Like it took me a long time to inform my mum that this is the correct way of eating. And now she believes it. I was literally at a dinner table yesterday. I was at like my granny and granddad's, and my granddad was like, what, you need full fat milk? I was told that fat is bad for you and everything. And my mum was like, no, actually the fat is where you have all the nutrients. And she was speaking exactly like me. And I just looked over like, hell yeah, mum, this is awesome. And she was like basically speaking through my voice. So eventually, it takes years and years and years, but eventually you will talk your parents into it and you will be eating like this and you will see the ridiculous results just like that. My strength has gone up ridiculous. My body fat has dropped. Even though I'm bulking, my body fat has dropped. It's just incredible. And my focus is unbelievable because I've not got loads of insulin spikes from all the glucose, from all the sugar that I'm eating. It's fantastic. This is the proper way to eat. And as I said, the first link in the description will take you to my animal-based nutrition app, and it's just a health app in general, so you can literally track all your training, and you've got habits in there. You know how you've got about 500 different apps talking about, you know, what your weight log is, and you've got to track all your meditate, like everything's just so many different apps. I just wanted to put it all in one, so it's nice and easy for everyone. It's nice and simple. See, there's not like loads of stuff going on. And also I have created courses in there. Some are locked. I'm going to make some premium as well, so it's in the alpha right now, so you might be able to access it for free before I make it paid. So check that out. First link in the description. Eat properly. I will see you over there. Good night.